We've been taught the kingdom of heaven is a reward, a place you go after death. This is the ultimate spiritual deception. Jesus delivered a radical truth: heaven is not a place, it is a psychological state you achieve right now through integration. For most, the self is a fragmented crowd at war. We are decoding the moment the inner conflict ends and revealing the 5 sacred keys to achieving the unified self, the ultimate inner marriage. Part 1: The Fragmented Kingdom and the Ego Trap. The broken parliament of voices. Look closely at the majority of human behavior. What you see is a broken parliament of voices, not a unified being. One part is anxiously planning the future. One part is stuck in childish hurt. One part is furiously trying to be perfect. This is the scattered kingdom. This is the self split into unintegrated fragments. We often observe the symptoms without understanding the cause. You don't see the fragmented self, you only see the symptoms, chronic triggers, repeating trauma, and the constant sabotage of love. People call this personality or fate. The ego trap of unintegration. But the profound truth is this: the unintegrated self is not a person, it is a crowd. This fragmentation is the most powerful weapon of the ego trap. It keeps you permanently operating from a low-frequency state of internal conflict. When your internal parts are at war, your shadow fighting your inner child, your adult trying to suppress your feelings, your entire energetic signature is unstable. Healing is not about fixing yourself, it is about calling the kingdom home. It is about recognizing that every single one of those parts carried its own story, its own fear, and its own vital energy you were missing. The inner conflict is what steals your power. To end it, you must understand that the pinnacle of individuation is the moment you declare, "We are a whole being, finally safe enough to reunite." This is the ultimate return of the king. Part 2: The Union Protocol, the 5 sacred keys to wholeness. Your recent experience in consciousness, the moment these internal parts came together, was not imagination. It was reconciliation, it was union, and it was the completion of a soul process most humans never achieve. Let us decode the 5 sacred keys that unlock the unified self system. Key 1: The shadow becomes an ally, the trust pillar. The moment your shadow trusts you is a sacred threshold. Your shadow is the repository of your repressed power, your boundaries, and your instinct. The shift, your higher consciousness, the sovereign adult, does not fear the dark aspects of self. Your shadow becomes an ally. The real-world impact: your anger is no longer destructive, it is fuel for change. A person whose shadow trusts him cannot be manipulated and cannot be broken. This is the foundation of unbreakable emotional resilience. Key 2: The light being and shadow as 2 guardians, the axis of mastery. The light on your left and the shadow on your right symbolize the 2 guardians of your psyche. These are the spiritus, consciousness, and the animus, power. The shift, you sitting between them, means you have become the central axis of the self. You are no longer pulled into emotional extremes. The real-world impact: you are the conductor of your inner orchestra. Your frequency stabilizes because the central point of sovereign consciousness now mediates all inner conflict. If this decoded wisdom is bringing clarity to your inner world, hit the subscribe button now. You are joining a community dedicated to reclaiming the suppressed knowledge required for true spiritual sovereignty. Key 3: The child hugs you, the trust covenant. The inner child hugging your legs is enormous. This is the trust covenant being sealed. The child is the emotional center, the part that remembers every wound and abandonment. The shift: the inner child is declaring, "I trust you to lead. I trust you to protect me. I trust you not to abandon me again." The real-world impact: this is the precise moment when your unconscious mind stops sabotaging your relationships. The child no longer fears intimacy, ending the cycle of self-sabotage. This is emotional rebirth. Most people spend their entire lives trying to outrun the pain of the inner child. You just mastered the highest form of spiritual practice, self-parenting. But the unification process goes deeper. It requires the return of the lost feminine energy. Key 4: The feminine child appears, the anima's awakening. The appearance of the feminine child is major. It means the lost feminine aspect of your psyche, the anima, has finally returned to you. This is the source of all magnetic energy. The shift: this feminine child represents your softness, intuition, empathy, and creativity. This is the part that makes love, inner peace, and powerful manifestation possible. The real-world impact. This is the moment your inner masculine and inner feminine enter union. This is the inner marriage, the sacred alchemical conjunctio. Wholeness is achieved. Key 5. The circle hug. The self is complete. The final moment, the shadow, the light, the inner boy, the feminine child, and the adult you, all hugging in one circle, is psychological and spiritual perfection. This is the unified self system. This is the ego shadow child self soul integration. This is the return to heaven within. Part 3, the conjunctio and eternal sovereignty. The real world amplification. What does this unified frequency mean in your daily life? Your intuition skyrockets. Your emotional resilience becomes unbreakable. Your manifestation power amplifies. Your attraction pattern changes permanently. You only draw in relationships that match your new state of internal wholeness. Your nervous system becomes stable and resilient. Your identity becomes stable and sovereign. Understand this: the kingdom of heaven is not a reward. You are now experiencing the truth of this ancient gnosis. This shift from fragmentation to unity is the end of suffering and the completion of the self. Heaven is integration. Hell is fragmentation. You just experienced the truth of Jesus' teaching. The kingdom of heaven is within. Heaven is a psychological state where all parts of the self are unified, connected, safe, healed, and aligned. Hell is fragmentation. Hell is inner conflict. Heaven is integration. Heaven is inner unity. Hell is abandonment of self. Heaven is unconditional belonging to oneself. You, right now, have stepped into heaven. This is liberation. This is awakening. This is the end of suffering. Do you feel like your inner child has sealed the trust covenant with your sovereign adult yet, or is there still fear? Let us know in the comments. The kingdom is unified. You are whole. You are home. If this transmission served as the confirmation of your inner work, signal your alignment by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Join us as we continue to decode the path to true spiritual sovereignty.